Red VTV here at Castleford after the 16-12 defeat, and I don't really know what I'm more disappointed at, the scoreline or the fact I've just been shit on by a seagull on my head.
You know what, that has provided the top moment of the afternoon, because apart from that,
it splattered my head and all over the back of my coat.
Stunning, absolutely brilliant.
I've got nothing else to say. I'll just end it now.
I'm going to say I'm quite. It's probably the only smile you get from me out of today, because there's probably not an awful lot of other stuff I could smile about. I mean, the performance wasn't bad, but again, I don't think they asked enough questions of Castleford. And I think that Saints were looking at individual performances again to get them over the line. It's the same individuals again that you're looking to in Percival and the likes, and maybe whereas Ryan Morgan's starting to find his feet a little bit in the game. You know, again, Zeb Tayer's missed a crucial tackle that's led to a score, and you need to ask more from these players. You know, they need to, perform better as a team. They're not doing that at the moment for me.
I think today's shown exactly where we are as a team at the moment. I think I said last week, we're not as good as we showed against Hull, and we're not as bad as Wigan, and we're not as bad as we showed here in the cup. But Castleford rested a few players today, and
that's the annoying thing. Sorry, they're circling you. Every last one of them circling you now.
But it was disappointing today. The enthusiasm was there, the commitment was there from the players. Do you know what? When we got defeated today, I think it was what, 53-12 in the cup. The thing that I was most pissed off about was that they give up.
Yeah.
They really give up,
yeah.
and they didn't look interested. I can't fault that today. We can fault the execution and getting points on the board, but in terms of commitment from the boys out there, they stuck at it to the death, and a couple of decisions went against us. I know I'll have a ream of Cas fans on my YouTube channel slating the referee, but I tell you what, the penalty count was well in their favour, and a couple of big decisions went against us. And I'd like to see the Castleford last try again. I thought he was well offside.
I thought so.
I didn't get a clear view of whether Regan Grace grounded the ball before he went into touch.
I think that's the annoying thing, isn't it? You know, Super League now is played at a disadvantage to those that aren't on television. You know, and fair enough, Saints are on TV a fair amount of times, and sometimes they ride the luck with video refs, and sometimes they're against them. But I've said for years now, if you're not going to have the video ref at every last game, there's enough money in the game, I am convinced, to be able to do that. We need to get rid of the video referee if you're not going to have it at every game. Is
there an element today that we've copped it because Darryl Powell has slated the RFL all week about Saints not playing last week due to the Huddersfield decision? I don't decisions went against us.
I don't think. No, I think. I think decisions have been going against Saints for a lot of the season. I think the standard of refereeing at our games this season has been horrendously poor. I don't think that's got anything to do with Chris Campbell today. I think the standard in general hasn't been very good. And
sorry, but I've just got to show you these seagulls.
Yeah, go on. You should. Yeah.
I don't know whether people can see them. Look at them. They've definitely got an influence.
Swarming all around this burnt toast that's been around the ground all day. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's anything to do with Chris Campbell today. I just think it's to do with poor standards across the board, refereeing wise. And
see, I have been and cleaned it off. Sorry.
Yeah. But
Seagull shit.
Yeah. But no, I hate the way that the video referee is now not used at every game. There's so many things that lopside our competition, and that's a massive one for me. And had we had it, you never know, Saints might have still lost the game, but at least we'd have known.
Yeah, I think the disappointing thing for me, maybe the last 15-20 minutes, that is the period of the game where we all thought our fitness and energy would show, and it seemed to me that Cas looked like they wanted it a little bit more, but they seemed to fit aside, and maybe that's something we need to wake up.
That's the smoke screen for me, because Darryl Powell has indeed been in the press all week crying and moaning about how he's had to play X amount of games. Look, end of the day, he's juggled his pack accordingly, and he's brought in players that have got him over the line. Now, Jake Webster and some of those players who've backed up for all 3 games look really, really tired at the end of the game. But having said that, they've done enough to get him over the line and to make one-on-one tackles. So You know, he's played it well in terms of the psychology of the game, Darryl Powell.
Mike McMeekin, who got left out the original 19.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
coming in and scoring a try as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bending the rules a little bit there.
Well, there you go.
I know there's various other sides that do it in Super League.
Yeah. But look, end of the day,
what's the point of naming the squad if you just change it last minute?
I've been, well, you know what? I've been absolutely striking. Everybody's been crying about the RFL for far too long now, and it's coming to a point. And I said this last year when England got beaten by Australia and New Zealand in the Four Nations, that there is going to be a period when it all hits the fan. And the more and more that we build up all this hatred towards the governing body, and it's not going to stop, because there's going to be so much that is going to come out between now and England probably getting a beating in the World Cup. Probably not by an awful lot. I think they'll run New Zealand and Australia close, but I don't think they'll make the final. And I think that's when everybody's going to be like, well, all that prep, them 2 weekends, knackering our players out for the same old story of, you know, getting beat at the same old time. Again, you can see it all coming up to it, the fan, and I'm of the belief that this governing body has taken the game as far as it can, and everybody just needs to leave. And until that happens, as long as Nigel Wood and his cronies and the likes are still in that position at Red Hall, in that little, you know, ivory tower or whatever you want to call it, the game is not going to change, and you know, standards are going to be the same, and we're just going to plod on doing the same old for the next decade, 20 years until.
If I wasn't going to slip my wrist before, I'm going to slip them now.
You might as well. I mean, we're just saying it as it is, though, aren't we? I mean, I can't do, you know, I can't say anything more unless you want to really.
Positives. Let's go on to the positives from today then.
All right.
From a Saints point of view, Johnny Lomax on his return.
He's got 80 minutes under his belt.
And I thought he went pretty well for
it. Yeah. I'm still not convinced he'll play half-back regular.
No. I think the Fars will be back Friday.
Yeah, I think. But you know what? I said it before the game. I think as a foil 9 for James Roby,
that's how I'd use him.
I think Johnny Lomax would be superb in that. I think he's got great hands. He's got enough pace out of acting half-back to get a jump on 1 or 2 players. And I think that's where his future lies. If Benny Barber's going to play fullback,
I think today I felt for at least the first half an hour we dominated the ruck. I liked how the forward seemed to be making yards after contact. Is the word yards after contact?
Yeah.
I think that looks like it's improved a little bit. But aside from that, the biggest disappointment is just we had a chance to leapfrog up the table, and with Wakefield beating Salford, they're on 22 now. We're 7 points behind with a game in hand against Huddersfield, which hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of, but never say never. But
yeah, I mean, you're always on. I mean, the thing we're looking for is, I mean, we'll look for it every year, because in many respects it's the same clubs that threaten to maybe cause a surprise early on, and they do early on and then fade away towards the end. And I guess at the moment we're looking at
we're clinging it.
Well, yeah, we're clinging on to that being the same scenario this year. The problem is that those same sides are not falling away.
I think personally at the moment, aside from Cass, who are probably head and shoulders above everybody in the league at the moment, and I think everyone else is much of a muchness, apart from maybe Wigan, if they had everybody back fit, would be higher in the table than they are. Unfortunately for Wigan, with the injuries they've got, they're probably going to fall too far away to challenge the end of the year.
It depends when they get the players back. If they get the players back before,
has to be quick.
Oh well, they'll have to be quick. Yeah, but if they can get their players back in the last 6 weeks of the regular season before we hit the Super 8s, then I still think we're going to have a chance of really getting something at the top.
Saints, though, they need to be within 4 points of the 4th spot going into the Super 8s, and they really need to hit a run of form. But do you know what? 1 week we're here, we're going to win the grand final. Next 1 week we're saying we've got a 3-year rebuilding programme. Just it's a ride till the end of the season, and at least Justin Holbrook's seen what he's got in front of him, what he needs to improve on, and who's going to be here for the long haul. But commitment-wise, I haven't got really an issue today. It was just beaten by a Cass side, and despite a couple of missing, they're a good side and they're a well-coached side.
Yeah, they are.
So before Cass fans get onto us, they probably deserve the victory, but still offside at the end.
I thought it was offside at the end as well. But yeah,
hey-ho, right.
You know what? It was a 50-50 game. It could have gone either way. But when you're at the top of the league, and we know this from many years of our experiences, you get those decisions go for you, and they have done. So fair play to them. They've ridden it out. They've won.
Right. So we lose here in the cup, get battered, and we lose a close one here today, and I get shit on my head by a seagull. So it's all not sweetness and light. And we will see.
Clean as a whistle.
We'll see who we got Friday. We'll just
witness.
So Widnes
they're
on a decent
turning
run of
around.
form, but
you know
yeah.
what? I came here when Widnes played Castleford, and everybody thought Castle put 70 by him. And I said if Widnes had won that game, I'd never step foot in the bookmakers again.
If anybody, sorry, coming up to 10 minutes, we better let people go. But we'll see you after Widnes on Friday. And if anybody wants to sponsor a Redview umbrella to prevent me getting shit on, feel free.
Keep the faith.
See you later.